The bulbul is a small to medium-sized passerine bird. The adult has grey or brown upperparts, with whitish underparts. Some species have chestnut on the throat or breast. The head has a black crown, often with white stripes above the eyes. The bill is short and pointed, and the legs are long and strong. Bulbuls are found in woodlands and gardens, and build nests in trees or bushes. They are monogamous, and lay 2 to 4 eggs at a time. The red-whiskered bulbul is a native species of China but was introduced to Australia in the early 1900s. The red-whiskered bulbul is not easily mistaken for any other species of bird in Australia. It has a pointed black crest, white cheeks, brown back, reddish undertail covers and a long white-tipped tail. The red whisker mark, from which it gets its name, is located below the eye, but is not always easy to see. Both male and female birds are similar in plumage, while young birds are duller with a grayish-black crown. Red-whiskered bulbuls are not timid around humans, perching prominently on the top of bushes or on power lines. Bulbuls are common in urban areas, where they inhabit parks, gardens and along creeks. Red-whiskered bulbuls are native to southern Asia, but were introduced into Sydney in 1880 and later to Melbourne around the mid-1900s. The Melbourne population has remained fairly concentrated. The birds from Sydney have spread along the east coast. Feeding and diet: red-whiskered bulbuls feed on a variety of native and introduced fruits, insects and flower buds. Groups of up to 50 or so birds may gather around a food source, although smaller groups of 3 to 5 birds are more common. Birds chatter noisily as they actively feed among the dense bushes. Communication: the call, a characteristic descending musical whistle, often indicates a bird's presence long before it is seen. Breeding behaviors: red-whiskered bulbuls build an open cup nest of rootlets, bark and leaves, lined with soft fiber. The nest is usually placed in a low tree fork. 2 or 3 broods may be reared in a season. Both birds incubate the eggs and care for the young birds. The eggs are pale pink, streaked and spotted with shades of red. Bulbul bird is a medium-sized songbird. They belong to the family Pycnonatidae. The family includes green bull, brown bull, leaf loaf, and bristlebill. The Indian bulbul bird has over 150 species in 27 genera. The family is distributed across most of Africa, the Middle East, tropical Asia till Indonesia, and Japan in the north. A few species can be found in the tropical islands of the Indian Ocean. Different species of bulbul have different habitats. The African species can predominantly be found in the rainforests, whereas the Asian species of bulbuls can be predominantly found in open areas. The word bulbul is derived from the Hindi word dot. It means nightingale. But bulbul in English refers to the passerine birds of a different family. Let us take a look at the bulbul information in detail. Indian bulbul birds are short-necked and are slender passerines. They have long tails and short and round wings. Their bill is slightly elongated and slightly hooked at the end. Their length varies from 13 centimeters, the tiny green bull, to 29 centimeters, straw-headed bulbul. The female bulbul is slightly smaller than the males. But, in few species, the difference between them is so much that they are described as functionally different species. In some species, the soft plumage is colorful with red, orange and yellow cheeks, vents, throats or supercilia. But, most are drab with uniform olive brown to black plumage. Some bulbul birds have very distinct crests. They are highly vocal and their voice is described as nasal or gravelly. Bulbuls are native to Africa, Asia and Oceania. There are about 130 species of bulbul. The word bulbul comes from the Persian word for nightingale, bulbul. The bulbul is commonly known as the nightingale or Ruffles nightingale. It is a small passerine bird that is best known for its beautiful and powerful song. The name nightingale is derived from the Old English word night, which means night, and the word gale, which means singer. The bulbul is a special kind of bird that is known for its unique song. The bird is also known for its small size and delicate legs. The bulbul is a member of the family Pycnonatidae, which includes other small birds such as the finch and the sparrow. The red-vented bulbul, Pycnonotus caffer, is a member of the bulbul family of passerines. It is a resident breeder across the Indian subcontinent, including Sri Lanka extending east to Burma and parts of Bhutan and Nepal. It has been introduced in many other parts of the world and has now become established in Qatar, United Arab Emirates, Bahrain, Kuwait, Saudi Arabia, Oman, Iran, Afghanistan, Pakistan, Thailand, Malaysia, Singapore, Vietnam, Taiwan, China and Cape Verde. The common bulbul is believed to mate for life. This is based on observations of birds pairs engaging in preening ceremonies and duet singing, which suggests a strong bond between the two birds. If a pair's mate dies, it has been observed that the remaining bird will often refuse to mate again. The red-whiskered bulbul is a species of songbird that is native to southern Asia. In the wild, these birds can live for up to 11 years, but they may live even longer in captivity. Bulbuls are not migratory birds, so they will typically stay in the same area for their entire lives. These birds are not usually found in forests or other heavily wooded areas. Instead, they prefer open scrubland or edges of forest.